Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Thursday, and we have got a lot to talk about. The Ultimate Death Knight hunt has begun, where we are going to be getting a free legendary champion just for logging in. We've got the new Fragment Fusion event starting, whatever you want to call it, the new champion acquisition event going on for the Epic, so we got to talk about that. We've got a bunch of crazy 10Xs coming up. We have got a guaranteed summoning event for a Void Legendary, so we are going to get you caught up on Raid Shadow Legends as we head into the weekend. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first off, we've got to talk about Ultimate Death Knight. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm very appreciative that Plarium let me interview the Death Knight character for a video here on the channel. It's been a blast and a really fun thing to interact with the community. Some of these are pretty funny. You know, reading through these, you've got like becomes stronger, faster, and tougher the more he sees his teammates suck. So let's get Death Knight's actual kit pulled up in game, and let's try to figure out exactly how good he is. So, alright, this will be my first time reacting to the legendary Death Knight. Actually, I had not even gotten to the kit yet. I just have gotten to the computer this morning and gotten to work. I love how they beefed him up. He definitely looks really cool. I love this sword. That is an amazing looking sword. The shield is cool. And I like how he's looking for Mr. Nibbles. His animations are really cool. He's got a very unique kind of feel to him as a champion. So I think this is a really cool event that Plarium has done so far, and I hope they got his kit right. Love everything about the whole Ultimate Death Knight and reacting with the community and the funny stuff going on, dropping the sword, the helm blocking his face. So kudos so far on the design and how they've done this at least. But in terms of grading him as a champion, the base stats are decently promising. That's a pretty solid. Does he scale with defense? He's got to. Yep. Okay. Scales with defense. Going to be a very tanky champion, which means the attack does not matter at all. Decent base HP, really good base defense. The speed is all right. I would have liked to see it be like 98 or 99, but that's perfectly fine. He's not like a turn meter booster probably. And then 60 for resistance and accuracy, perfectly normal. Okay. The A1, attack one enemy with a 30% chance. You could book it up to 50 if placing a provoke for one turn. Its chances increase to 55 against legendary champions. So it'll go up to 75 against legendary champions. Okay, why not just make that like guaranteed against legendary champions? But anyway, we got CC on the A1, which is nice. Then the A2 is going to be AoE, booked to a 3-turn cooldown, 80% chance of decreased attack. AoE decreased attack is actually a pretty decent role right now because it's so crucial for all 3 of your Hydra teams. So it's pretty cool that he has that. Also, chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn on a legendary champion. Okay, and again, based on defense. And then we've got place a shield buff and a continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. We can have a 3-turn cooldown, and then similar to Valkyrie's shield, going to be proportional to his defense. I'm gonna have to jump in there and test. I don't know what proportional means. Does it mean you know 3 times his defense, 5 times? You know, what is the proportional? We'll have to see exactly. But I like the name. Get comfy, everyone. Rats off to you, and Heckler of Legends. Okay, then we've got a passive here. Whenever an ally is attacked, has a 100% chance of completely blocking 1 hit, decreasing the incoming damage to 0 whenever an ally is hit, and there's no cooldown here. This champion will, this champion will receive that damage instead, and the chance decreases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. Does not work if the attack was an AoE attack, okay? Whenever an enemy is healed, it heals the champion by 20% of that heal. And there's no cooldown on that, so that's just consistent. That's pretty decent. Then we've got another one. Increase this champion's HP, defense, and speed by 10% of each dead ally. I mean, he is Death Knight, so it makes sense to have a passive like that, but typically I don't like things like that because they require so much qualification to get the effect of it. I like consistent stuff, like Iron Brago's passive, where it's just a huge defense buff to the whole team. I like things like that. These ones that have qualifiers are a lot more rough. And we also get an aura of ally defense in all battles by 30%. Okay, so I think pretty solid. Pretty good for an early game progression type account. How many books does he take? 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Okay, that's good. 10, books are usually like in the 9 to 14 range, so 10 is pretty solid. I was hoping they wouldn't go much over 10 because he is kind of a little bit more of a progression champion. So this is pretty cool. I think most people will be mostly on board with this. I'll try to host a poll on the community tab and see what people are kind of thinking. But will I use him somewhere? I might use him in like a third Hydra team or something. I don't know that I personally will get a whole lot of use anywhere else. He's almost a candidate for soloing content and bringing like food champions as your farming content, because he does place a shield, but it is a 3-turn cooldown and we don't really get away. So yeah, I don't know, maybe because he's a tanky champion, you could put him in like a regeneration set and possibly solo some stuff because of the decreased attack, his big defense, and his shielding going on. So yeah, we'll have to kind of jump in and test some of that stuff, but all in all, I'm mostly okay with him. I mean, he is a free login champion, so you know, as long as the kit is useful, I'm going to be mostly okay with that. And we have also got to talk about the Nagorio Fragment event, and we do have a Fragment calendar live right here. You can tell that it's a lot different than a legendary Fragment calendar. There's a lot less going on, and you've got a total of 140 fragments up for grabs, but 20 of them are from tournament leaderboards. So you've got 120 that are going to be available that are like a guaranteed opportunity for you to acquire without having to beat other players in game. But there are 25 right here from the Summon Rush event that's going to be coinciding with some of the craziness going on this weekend with all of the 10x events and stuff like that I'm going to cover here in a little bit. So if you did, it looks like if you did everything except for the summoning, yeah, you would end up at 95 fragments. So you actually could technically skip the summoning entirely and just make sure that you finish at the top of one of these tournaments, because you'd be at 95 and you can get 5 for 4 of these different tournaments up top. So if you win like Champ Training, Ice Golem, Fire Knight, or Classic Arena Takedown, you could technically skip the Summon Rush event entirely. As far as should you be prioritizing going for him or not, like, he's decent. He's probably an above average epic. It's pretty cool that he's got block active skills for 2 turns on the A1. That's a really good ability for a champion, as long as he's under an increased attack, which he should be because he places it himself, and he's also a damage dealer, so you're probably going to be bringing that buff with him. So he does block buffs also, which is really strong. And then you've got the decreased cooldown of the skill by 1 turn and an AoE, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Like, I mean, he's decent. I wouldn't like get super stressed out about making sure you pull a bunch of shards to get 25 points if you're behind on the pace for getting him or anything. But I would loosely focus on trying to get after the events and acquire new champions. So the whole point of why we play Raid is to collect everything and make sure we've got as many options as possible on our account over the long haul while we're trying to play. Now we got to go over the summon events that are going to be happening this weekend, and we just had 2x voids last weekend, which means this is perfectly normal. We're going to be getting 10x events heading into the end of this week, and it's going to be starting out on Friday, which is tomorrow. We're going to be getting a 10x for Riho, Ursaga, Lady Kimmy, Valkyrie, and Kyoku. So they're starting to do more legendaries on this one. It looks like the way they typically do it is 4 legendaries and 4 epics, and then they'll have like 1 void legendary, 3 non-void legendaries, and then 1 void epic and 3 non-void epics. So they go like 1 and 3 on each side of legendary and epic. But looks like this one, at least on Friday, is going to be just those 5 legendaries: Riho, Ursaga, Lady Kimmy, Valkyrie, and Kyoku. All of them are really good champions. I think Lady Kimmy and Ursaga are probably like the top 2, but very, very solid options for a 10x. I think in general, as always, I say that for most of you out there, it's going to be the best to pull during 2x events. But if you are close to Mercy and you're an endgame player, then it can make sense to pull during a 10x and give yourself a better chance, especially if you're going for a void champion. But then after that, on Sunday, we're going to be getting another 10x for Hegemon, Nekarit, Mordabakab, Trunda, and Countess Lix. So again, all very good champions. Hegemon, Nekarit are great. Mordabakab is getting a little bit more popular recently. People are using him a lot in like tag team arena defense for his peril ability that hits insanely hard and blocks revive. And then Trunda, obviously, arguably the best AoE nuker in the game. And Countess Lix is a decent utility champion, but doesn't get used as often as we probably would think that she would based on her kit on paper, because it is pretty solid. But then we have a third 10X being announced for Krisk, Gergo, Nekmathar, Sneaktrock, and Ragash. So already throwing a Ragash in there, even though we just had the guaranteed summoning event. And that is going to be the event that double dips with CVC to incentivize people to pull for points during CVC. So a lot going on, and I'll try to do a write-up on this and get that link out there and post it on the YouTube channel to keep you in the loop and get all of this laid out on exactly what is going on and my thoughts on each one of these things. But yeah, gonna be pretty crazy, because that's not even all of it. There's still gonna be, on top of that, a guaranteed champion event that is going on starting Friday, August 26th, which again is tomorrow, and it's gonna be void shards for Tervald, and it's gonna be 80 of them. Now, Tervald is really good. I use him in my unkillable composition. I don't know that he's worth YOLOing 80 shards for, 80 void shards. I mean, it does double dip with the 10X, so kind of as a bonus, you're going to get a guaranteed Tervald if you pull at least 80. So, yeah, I like that. I'm okay with that, because he can be a fun damage dealer. I don't know that he's like some insane account changer. He's not like a Siphi or a Duchess or a Kymar or something like that. But he is a fun damage dealer to have, and I do actually use him on my account. So I'm all for it, as long as they double dip it with something else. So wow, a lot going on, but I also want to go over the stuff in game as we head into the weekend as well. So you can see the artwork here indicating that it is part of the Nagorio Fragment event that you're going to want to participate in if you are chasing after him. The champion training, you're going to have to get to 4225 on the right side, and you have that bonus on the left side if you're able to finish well in your bracket and to try to work towards being able to skip some of the summon requirements. You've also got the classic arena takedown. Now this one right here is perfectly normal. It's not part of any specialized event happening in game, but the ice golem is going to be tomorrow, part of the fragment event. And then if we go over the events tab, the champion training event, that's the one where you want to make sure you're getting 50 points a day to scoop up those rewards. And then the summon rush right here is going to be for those fragments that I talked about, being able to skip as long as you are able to win a tournament. Are they doing it where it's a win or a top 2? I don't remember exactly how they do these fragment events. So champion training tournament, and it looks like you're going to have to get in the top 2 to scoop up the 5 fragments. Okay, so yeah, if you're able to get in the top 2 of a tournament, you're going to be able to skip, as long as you get everything else, you'll be able to skip the summon rush fragments that are going to be up for grabs, the 25 over there. Now let's go through here in the shop. Hopefully they released something hype with Death Knight coming to the game, but let's see. Great deal mix pack. Yeah, that's not going to be a recommend from me. The monthly pack is okay. It's decent. Now these ones are really good. This is a definite recommend. I haven't gotten anything I really have to plug in yet, but these ones, like if you're a spender on Raid, these 101% extra offers on these mini mix packs that are half price are definitely pretty decent general purchases. The pack string, yeah, if I remember this pack string, it's mostly only decent for high spenders. It's not going to be great value in terms of something I would recommend in general. And then the speed packs, these are whale offers for people that really want to be able to get after like Platinum Arena and stuff. I think this is way overpriced for like the average progressing raid player. So unfortunately, nothing super hype in my opinion in the shop in relation to Death Knight at least, but the best thing I'm seeing that I would recommend to spenders is going to be the half price mini mix pack. So, okay, wow, lots going on and lots to get wrapped up here, and excited to have Death Knight in the game coming to all of us to go ahead and acquire him. The event around him has been a lot of fun, and I am going to be back to like live streaming and being more active, kind of playing Raid on camera and interacting with all of you over there. I've been working on getting everything switched over in terms of how the layout is and like a new fancier design and getting things rolling with all the other projects we're doing, but I am going to be back to streaming very soon here as we head into next week, hopefully back on that raid grind every day and hanging out with you guys and playing Raid Shadow Legends. But yeah, anyway, time to get back at it, and remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon in the next video, and feel free to let me know what you think about Death Knight and everything going on down in the comment sections. I really enjoy reading through your comments as well. Thanks for watching. Peace.